On January 12, 2010, a major earthquake hit Haiti. It was the largest natural disaster to affect the country and one of the most extensive urban disasters in recent history. Over 200,000 people died, while it is estimated that more than 1 million have been left homeless. To respond to the great level of need, the United States government, through USAID and the Office of Foreign Disaster Assistance, chose CHF International to run the CLEARS program. CLEARS, which stands for Community Livelihoods and Economic Assistance through Rubble Removal and Shelter program, was begun in February 2010. It works in the earthquake-affected areas of Port-au-Prince, Cabaret, Petit Goâve, Grand Goâve, Léogâne, and Gressières. Also, it has an assistance program for host families in Cap Haitian. It is partnering with both the U.S. and Haitian governments and other international and local NGOs.
The program is funded by USAID through their Office of Foreign Disaster Assistance. Our approach is to set the person back to where he used to live. We're not building camps. It's a very slow process, but we have been very successful so far.
CLEARS has three main priorities. First, to demolish and clear away rubble. Then, to provide shelter solutions for the displaced. And finally, to employ people through cash for work activities, thus involving the community in the rebuilding and injecting much needed money in the economy. The first and basic task needed after the earthquake is to demolish the damaged buildings and clear away rubble in order to allow reconstruction and recovery to take place. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers has estimated that the January 12th earthquake produced 20 million cubic meters of rubble. Just to imagine this, if you put all the rubble into shipping containers and place them back to back, they would reach from New York to Las Vegas. CHF International has cleared roads, public buildings like the Legislative Palace, schools, canals, and private residences. They have done so both with heavy machinery and teams of cash for work debris removers.
Ça tellement coûteux, nous n'avons pas de moyens pour nous faire, nous décapitaliser. Nous sommes très stressés parce que nous n'avons pas de mettre à l'école, nous n'avons pas de prendre service. Espace là, une fois que le déblé, nous n'avons pas de prendre service. Merci au peuple américain, merci à CHF.
C'était jeudi seulement que nous avons adressé une lettre aux responsables de CHF. Samedi, on avait eu la première visite des représentants. Lundi, la deuxième visite. Et voilà, aujourd'hui, nous sommes jeudi. Travail à la temps, ça c'est fin fête.
In 6 months, 136 schools were cleared, allowing schools to set up temporary classroom facilities and continue teaching. In total, CHF has cleared 890 sites, 255,000 cubic meters of rubble. This is like saying 4 football fields covered in rubble 7 stories deep being removed. CHF has completed 123% of their targeted goal, thus overreaching what they had set out to do. All the rubble removed by CHF has been deposited at the officially approved dump site of Troitier. CHF staff there registers every truckload that is dumped in order to have a precise account of how much rubble has been removed. Once sites have been cleared, CHF is building both wooden and steel transitional shelters. CLEARS will provide shelter solutions to more than 6,000 households. CHF has built the most transitional shelters than any other organization. It has especially focused on rebuilding the shelters in the same community area that people lived in before the earthquake.
CHF realizes the urgency of having shelters up. Therefore, CHF has installed prefabrication areas. We have one in Port-au-Prince and we have one in Léogâne. We have 2 types of shelters. We have a wooden shelter and we have a metal shelter. We are installing the metallic shelters in areas where they're more exposed to wind. We are able to build between 60 and 100 shelters per week. We want to put as many people as we can and as fast as we can into transitional shelters before the rainy season comes.
Nous construisons shelter, nous travaillons à déposer caille pour bénéficiaires, nous drillons. Donc moi c'est mon Léogâne. Donc c'est une fierté pour moi pour travailler avec l'autre camarade qui est ensemble avec nous. Donc pour mon shelter qui déposé déjà la population, je crois qu'ils sont contents.
C'est en bas tente, moi t'es en bas toile, moi t'ai pensé, je prié bon Dieu. Je dis bon Dieu que ça m'a fait passer, moi pour la coucher et je pas aller dormir devant. Dans n'importe côté parce que même gens qui sont côté moi moi pas connais yo. Moi j'ai 6 petites. Mais c'est nous 5 qui vivent pour le moment. 3 petits bébés ça avec l'autre 2 petites demoiselles avec mon mari. Moi dis monde qui fait ça pour moi. Merci. Après moi dis encore et pour bon Dieu bénir yo. Pour bon Dieu bénir yo richement.
For those internally displaced people who have moved to places like Cap Haitian, CHF has established a program to aid host families with much-needed vouchers. These vouchers can be used to buy food, pay school fees, or start small enterprises. In total, 550 households have received support in this program.
Je recevoir 3 familles. Première famille, il y a 11 personnes. Deuxième, il y a 8 personnes. Troisième, il y a 5 personnes. CHF est venu ensemble avec un formulaire pour te remplir. Moi, pour te choisir ça, il y a business, il y a produits ménagers, il y a partie pour l'école et il y a pour instruments qui ont métier, pour instruments pour travailler. Moi-même, en tant que fille, je prends 2 manger. CHF te fait nous trouver aide pour nous faire commerce, manger, bon, te satisfaire en pile.
To inject energy into the damaged economy, USAID and OFTA prioritize the creation of short-term jobs through the Cash for Work aspect of the CLEARS program. Cash for Work is a strategy that employs people for a minimum of 20 days to help with rubble removal and shelter construction and to transfer cash back to the families most affected by the disaster.
Il a fait travail ça pour capable aider malheureux qui pas capable monde qui pi ba yo. Il a fait un monde là quand même ad grand production bon j'ai 8 petits personnels. Tout a vivre non seul foyer ensemble même. Si ça le bon moyen c'est pour l'école ti moun seulement. Mbito que ça manger si vous allez à l'école parce que c'est sont avenir qui démocrate en pile. Si vous pas que connaissez un pays ça pas vivre.
Bon, on pas faire rien dans pays ça je nous faire ou faire bien content. Bon pendant moi vinn un petit bail ça après problème yo bon. Vinn soulager permettre moi vinn soulager pour pas changer bagaille tellement parce que l'aime chita, moi réfléchir plus.
Cash for Work has been implemented in all areas of the CLEARS program, with workers clearing streets, demolishing houses, cleaning canals, and building new transitional shelters. Over 16,000 people have been employed in Cash for Work activities, thus involving the community in the rebuilding and injecting much-needed money into the local economy. Haiti has suffered one of the greatest urban disasters of modern times. The extent of the loss has deeply affected the country. CHF is helping by first clearing away the rubble, then building shelters, and all with the involvement of the community itself, who are receiving much-needed money through the Cash for Work program. CHF is part of the effort to help the Haitian people recover and start their lives again.